I thought I would do a pregnancy update this week. I am 30, no I'm 30, am I 31 or 32 weeks? I'm 32 weeks, I was 32 weeks yesterday, god, epic baby brain. I was 32 weeks yesterday, so my blog post will be going up next week after I've taken my 32-week bump shot. So I thought I'd do a little vlog as well. So a few things I'll talk about is it's been really hot. The last week or so has been really hot. I knew pregnancy, well, heavy pregnancy wouldn't be that nice in summer. With Archie, he was born on Christmas Day, so I was heavily pregnant in the winter, which was so much more comfortable, obviously. But I've been okay up to this week, and then this week has been more difficult than I expected. Just getting sweaty and uncomfortable, and no matter what I wear, I'm just hot. And I bought some, I hate buying maternity clothes because you don't wear them for long, but I just had to buy some maternity shorts because I thought that might help. But I've barely worn them because obviously they're from H&M and they're the ones you pull the fabric over your tummy. And it's still too hot. It's like no matter what I do, I'm just boiling. When I'm here when I'm here in the evenings with just Mr. J, I look like such a slob. I just have my belly hanging out. But I'm just trying my hardest to keep cool. I think the weather's going to cool down anyway next week, but I've got 8-ish weeks to go, so I'm probably going to have to deal with it for a while yet. That's if we have a good summer and not a crappy English summer like usual. So yeah, nothing fits and I'm really hot. I've worn a lot of maxi dresses, but other than that I haven't really got much cool stuff. I've been wearing blouses, which I think look a bit better because I'm huge this time. I looked at pictures with Archie and I swear the size I am now, I was at due date with Archie, and I've got about 8 weeks to go and I'm just massive this time. I think it's just because it's a second pregnancy and my muscles are lax. But yeah, I just feel huge. Pain I've been having, well, it's eased off. It's like the last few weeks have been better, as in I haven't been peeing as much and I haven't had as much pain and discomfort. But then in the past week it's all sort of been coming back, so the peeing has got really bad again. But I think baby moved for a while and now they've moved back into that awkward position where they're constantly pushing on my bladder, so I'm peeing constantly. It's really uncomfortable. Is it actually possible to have to pee that much? Seriously, baby? The other day I had pain sort of all over my tummy, like these little shooting pains. It was pretty consistent and it would get worse when I tried to get up or down, so I wasn't too worried. But I had them all day, and I'm sure with Archie I never had consistent pain at all. It was over my whole belly and my back, really painful. I'd never had Braxton Hicks, I never had them with Archie either, so I don't know what they feel like, but from what I read they're not supposed to be painful, so I'm guessing it wasn't Braxton Hicks. And I think it's just general discomfort, I suppose, because I'm so big this time. My body's struggling a bit. I've got a Dream Genie pregnancy pillow, which I had last time, which I have to sleep with every night. So I use the big long sausage bit, if anyone's got one, to prop up my tummy. Anytime I go on my side and my tummy isn't supported, oh, it's just horrible. It's just the worst. It hurts and it's just a really horrible, weird feeling. I think especially because my bump is literally like a ball that's stuck on my body, and so every time I move it's sort of, I suppose it's the pain of, I don't know, it's just not nice. I am starving all the time. When I'm not pregnant, I don't really eat a lot. I'm pretty tiny. Not on purpose, I just have a small stomach. I get full really quickly. I had intense hunger at the beginning, and it's come back now in full force, and I've literally, like, I can't stop myself. oh, if there's food there and I'm, oh, I just can't, I just have to eat. I just want to eat constantly. I have like 3 dinners. It's terrible. I haven't put on that much. I've put on about 1.5 stone. I put on 2.5 stone with Archie, but I've still got 2 months to go. So, but yeah, I just want to eat all the time. Oh, I've literally been scoffing noodles behind the scenes every time I stop the camera. So hungry. Baby, I talked about baby. Baby seems to be doing fine. Ton of movement. It is starting to not slow down, but the movements are starting to change and be quite slow, and I do get bumps. I'm pretty sure I've had heels here. Pretty sure I've felt heels or elbows. Touch wood, because I don't want to jinx it. I don't think I've felt a head up here. And my bump's really low, so I'm hoping, like Archie, baby is head down most of the time. Every time I've had a midwife appointment, I have asked her, and she said both times baby's been head down, but then she's told me that doesn't mean a lot at this point because they're all over the place anyway. But I think mother's instinct tells me baby prefers being head down, which is good because I want a natural as possible labour. I talked a bit about hypnobirthing last time, didn't I? I can't remember what I covered. So the hardest thing about that is you should really practice as much as possible. I'm supposed to be doing it every night, but that's just not possible. Archie's not sleeping great at the moment. I think it's because of the heat. It's taking him a really long time to fall asleep, bless him, which I don't blame him for because I hate sleeping in the heat. And he's been in with us a few times in the night. He's okay through the night, it's just getting him to sleep. But by the time he's in bed, I'm pretty exhausted and all I want to do is watch crappy telly and go to sleep. I have been getting into it more, so I have been practicing more than I was before, and I feel like I am getting into a deeper relaxation when I do listen to it. And I've been doing the breathing exercises, which really do help, so that's nice. So yeah, I mean, I'll be putting up a review of the course we did soon, but I think the real test is obviously going to be labour, which fingers crossed won't be for a while yet. So I think Archie seems to be coming round to the idea of being a big brother, which is really nice. For most of my pregnancy, I know he understands. I know, probably not fully, but I know he does grasp what's happening, but he just kind of avoids it. So when I talk to him about the baby, he won't want to talk about it, and I know he's listening, and he just, no, not talking, no baby, he says no baby, no baby. So I think he's my parents' only grandchild at the moment, and I think he's worried about sharing his granddad. But the last few weeks, actually, he came up to me the other night and put his hand on my belly, which was really sweet. But he's been a bit gentler with me. I'm sure he understands the baby's in there. I tried to get him to feel movement, but he's not interested. Can't sit still for longer than 5 seconds. What else was it? Oh, we went to the splash park the other day, and he's a super social child. He loves other kids. He will try to make friends with anyone. Even today at the park, there was this little boy, and it just immediately went up to him, put his motorbike down, tried giving him a cuddle, which was really sweet. But he tries cuddling everyone. I'm like, Archie, I don't think they want to be cuddled. And he's just such a sweet little boy. So I was a bit worried about him having a brother or sister, because I want him to be the same way. So anyway, we're at the splash park, and there was a little girl who was about, I'd say 7, 8 months with her mum, and her mum was holding her up, and Archie just took a liking to her, and he went over to her and he was talking to her, la 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 la, and he was stroking her back and going, "Aw, baby," and he was being really, really sweet, because sometimes he can be, even when he cuddles, he can be a bit much and pull kids over, but he was really gentle and really sweet with this little girl, and it's the first time I've seen him interact with a younger baby like that, and it was really nice to see, because it makes me think he is going to be I'm sure he will anyway, be a nice big brother and enjoy having a brother or sister. I just don't want him to be too upset or feel left out, which I'm sure all mothers worry about. So yeah, I think he's definitely coming around to the idea of being a big brother. So, in terms of being ready for the baby, we're not at all. Baby has nowhere to sleep. We have a Moses basket in the loft that we're going to get out, which I'm pretty sure baby's going to be sleeping in for the foreseeable future. I really wanted a co-sleeper because Archie comes in our bed a lot, and I just know it won't be safe. And when Archie was newborn, he was in with us a lot because I was breastfeeding, and co-sleeping was something we did and something we do, and we do it safely. But I know it won't be safe when Archie's in the bed too. So I thought if we had a co-sleeper, we were sort of extending the bed so baby will be safe. But I really was looking into I can't remember who it's by, is it the Chico next to me? I would have loved that, but there's not a lot of space at all either side of our bed. It's extremely narrow, so I know that won't fit. I did look into a snuzz pod, which we might possibly be able to fit in there, but I'm just not sure so far. I've done the measurements, but it's so snug, I just don't know if it will fit down the gap next to my bed, and it means that Mr. J will have about this much space his side, so he has to like shimmy against the wardrobe. We've got massive, it's not even that small a room, but there's just no side either side of our bed. The baby doesn't have a room. At the moment, Archie's got his room and Martin's son, Finn, has the other room. So the plan is that Archie and Finn will move in together, and the baby will have Archie's room, which is decorated like a nursery anyway. It's just grey and white and very neutral, which is handy because we don't know the sex. But we haven't tackled Archie and Finn's room yet. We kind of have an idea what we're going to do with it, but Mr. J and I aren't very good at compromising with the decorating. And honestly, I am much better at it. So I wish he'd just let me go and do it. I mean, obviously the tricky thing is, is that Finn isn't here very often. He's only here about 2, maybe 3 nights a month maximum. And obviously Archie is here all the time, but we don't want Finn to feel left out. So it's a huge dilemma, and Finn is 10, almost 11, and Archie's 2. So obviously what they like is completely different. So I really want to do a really nice monochrome theme, and I think it will look really nice, and I think they'll both love it. And we're going to get the sort of mini IKEA bunk beds, so that Finn can have like a little sort of den on the floor when he comes, on a mattress, not making him sleep on the floor, in the bottom, and Archie can have the top. But it's all, the walls are red in the room, so that's already something we're like, oh, I just don't want to tackle that. But it's going to have to be tackled, so we're just nowhere near getting it ready, and I honestly don't think it will even be started when baby gets here. I think we weren't really worried at the beginning. We thought the baby will be in with us for a while, but now that baby's getting a lot of stuff, and I had my baby shower, and we've got quite a few clothes and stuff now, and there's just nowhere to put it. Archie's got a big wardrobe, and the baby has about a tiny little square foot of that wardrobe, and I think I'm nesting as well, and I just want somewhere for the baby stuff to go, and I want the baby, even though they're only a baby, I want them to have their own space, and I want that for my children. So I'm getting really itchy at the moment, and though before I was relaxed about it, now I want them both to have their space, and I really would love to get it sorted before baby comes, because things will be hectic after. I think that's mostly it. I was going to talk about my hospital bag, but that's just another thing that shows we're just not ready. I haven't even thought about my hospital bag, but then I am only 32 weeks. I don't think I did it until 36, 37 weeks last time, so I'm not too worried. I will be doing a baby essentials video with a few products that I have for baby that I'm really excited about using, and that I think will definitely be necessary, especially for us anyway, from my experience with Archie and what he liked as a baby, if this baby's not completely different. And we are going to be working with Huggies, which is why I'm vlogging more. I'm speaking to them later today, so our first vlog shouldn't be too long, and that's all about Archie potty training. So yeah, so I think lastly, like last time, I'll show off my bump and you can see how huge I am. So here is 32-week bump. As you can see, it's pretty big. I don't know, I get some people telling me I'm huge and others saying it's a tiny bump, so I don't really know, but to me, I'm definitely bigger than I was with Archie. I'm pretty sure I am pretty much the same size I was at due date with Archie, maybe a little bit smaller than that. But yeah, there it is. So this is 32 weeks and we've got 8-ish weeks to go, depending on baby. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll vlog again next time. I'm feeling really tired now. I might take a nap. Oh.